Want to see more cool videos on our channel? We do, so press this bell and enable to send notifications.
Number 6. Haunted London Hotel gives England cricketers a spooky night. England have often looked a haunted side during their 9 tests without a win in 2014. According to paceman Stuart Broad, they have a particular reason to be spooked during matches in London after ghostly goings-on at the team hotel. Broad said several members of the side and their partners had endured difficulty sleeping at the 5-star Langham Hotel in central London, with some players changing rooms in order to get some rest.
इंग्लिश प्लेयर्स को भूतों ने ही परेशान कर रखा है। लंदन के एक मशहूर 5-स्टार होटल ने इंग्लैंड क्रिकेट टीम के खिलाड़ियों की नींद उड़ा रखी है। ऐसा कहा जा रहा है कि इस होटल में भूत रहते हैं और वो अजीबोगरीब हरकत से यहाँ ठहरने वाले गेस्ट यानी लोगों को परेशान करते रहते हैं।
Although Broad said he had endured no unexplained disturbances while sleeping during the second test against India at London's Lord's Ground, that wasn't the case when England played Sri Lanka at the home of cricket the month before. During the Sri Lanka test, I had to move rooms, fast bowler Broad told the Mail on Sunday. One night, I woke up in the middle of the night around 1:30 a.m., and I was convinced there was a presence in the room. It was the weirdest feeling. I turned the light on and looked online and could see England wicketkeeper Matt Pryor was online too. I went to his room and he said exactly the same thing. He was wide awake as well. Neither of us could sleep because we were so spooked out. Matt was in a twin room, so I ended up sharing with him. Number 5. Mysterious activities in Irish school explained as ghosts haunting. Ghosts have been blamed for a series of unexplained disturbances at a school, caught on camera in bizarre footage. The mysterious video was filmed at Deer Park CBS, a school in Cork, Ireland, after motion-activated cameras were installed on site. It seems to show a door opening and closing of its own accord, furniture rocking back and forth unaided, and a locker flying open, spilling paper. Principal Kevin Barry said, "Obviously, we were alerted to movement in the school, and when we went back to review the movement, that's what we saw. It was in the middle of the night. We do feel there is something strange going on, because people do get from time to time a real chill in the air when they go past that area. It's very interesting. One of my teachers brings his pet in with him, but the pet never wants to go down that way." Mr. Barry said he didn't know if someone was playing a very well-designed prank at the school, which dates back to 1828. Number 4. Ghosts caught on camera at famed Stanley Hotel in Colorado. A photograph taken at the Colorado Hotel that helped to inspire Stephen King's best-selling novel The Shining shows what appears to be 2 ghosts. The Mosling family of Aurora, Colorado participated in a spirit tour at the 108-year-old Stanley Hotel in Estes Park last month. After returning home, they noticed a photo taken by John J. Mosling that seemed to show a young girl walking down the stairs. John Mosling and his wife Jessica Martinez Mosling told HuffPost via email that there were no young girls in their 11-member party or on the tour. At first, we tried to be logical and thought we somehow missed her. So we asked our kids, their girlfriends, and our friend if they remembered seeing a little girl, they wrote. Nobody did. We do not remember seeing anything on the stairs when we took the picture. Ben Hansen, former FBI agent and host of Fact or Faked Paranormal Files, said a careful analysis of the photo turned up no obvious signs of trickery. "I really like this photo," Hansen said. Assuming that it's not doctored, it ranks up there as one of the best photos of possible paranormal evidence I've seen. If it is faked, I've got to hand it to them for their level of detail and creativity, because there's usually enough signs to suggest hoaxing. While the ghostly girl stood out the most, the photo may also feature a second apparition. Number 3. The Panchami woman who could foresee the future. Nirvan Anand, an independent paranormal researcher, remembers a case in Panchami where a woman claimed that she could see what's going to happen in the next 15 minutes. She got extremely hyperactive one fine day, and her family couldn't figure out what was going on. They first ignored her, thinking she is pulling a prank on them. But when she narrated what's going to happen in the following 15 minutes, and exactly that's what happened, They were shocked and terrified in equal parts. She soon stopped eating and drinking. They first tried medicating her, but it didn't work. They knew something was up, but couldn't tell anyone because of the stigma associated with it, says Anand. You see, a spirit usually feeds on your soul when you are low and full of negative energies. They can be exorcised with a blast of positive ones, he adds. So he gave the woman a holy tabiz. According to paranormal investigators, objects associated with divinity carry positive energy, which forced the spirit to leave her body. Number 2. Ghost that shook the car like a biscuit tin. This story was reported by Akshay Stelakar from India, who claims to be investigating paranormal incidents for the past 7 years. Lonavala, which is on the outskirts of Mumbai and known to be a romance paradise in the monsoons and winters, is actually also equally close to the hearts of ghosts and such like. During one such ghost walk in the hills of Lonavala, Stelakar noticed something that defied scientific explanation. Stelakar and 4 other people had been traveling in a small car and had stepped out for a smoke. The wind was blowing from east to west. Suddenly, an empty beer can lying on the ground was flung southwards at high speed, defying the strong currents of the wind. They returned to the car only to find that the windscreen had gone all misty, that too from inside. At this point, like it is a practice among investigators, Stelakar suspected something unnatural going on. Stelakar and his friends had piled back into the car. Soon after, there were 2 very loud knocks on the windshield, but no one was around. And then suddenly the car shook, and it was like a tin of biscuits or something. They sat still and turned on our devices that indicate the presence of spirits, and they started blinking frantically. Stelakar claims to use an app developed by an American, which records voices of paranormal beings. The recorder had the voice of a woman speaking in muffled Marathi, but it was all very scratchy, he said. Stelakar proceeded to ask who she was and how did she die. The spirit answered him and said that she had come to Lonavala many years ago with her friends. I lost her for a while, and then I heard her saying she fell off the cliff nearby. Stelakar said that he wanted to ask a few more questions or whether she wanted a mukti, release from this realm, but they lost her. Number 1. The possessed woman in Bengaluru, half of whose body was 6 inches longer than the other. In 2007, a couple of friends of Ravi, who was the director and lead investigator in Team Pentacle, wanted to use the Ouija board, the one people need for planchettes. They did 6 back-to-back Ouija sessions that day, and nothing happened. He was convinced that everything about ghosts was nonsense. He was not prepared for what followed. 2 days from that party, Kumar woke up with 3 wounds on his right arm, which were bleeding. He got dressed. The next day, when he opened the bandages to put on fresh ones, the marks were gone. The morning after that, he woke up to find the same marks on his arm, which disappeared again a day later. This went on for 3 days. He thought he was hallucinating. Meanwhile, he was also dreaming about a voice calling to this one location in Bengaluru where he lived. He went just for kicks with his friends in tow. Till this day, he can't recollect a thing of what happened after he reached the spot, he says. Kumar's friends told him that he fainted the moment he reached there. He claims that the renowned paranormal investigator Gaurav Tiwari, who was found dead under mysterious circumstances, helped him a lot. He then sought help of psychics and exorcists to get rid of the spirit haunting him, and he assures you it's nothing like they show you on silly horror films or television shows. Kumar also talks about a case he was investigating of a woman who was ailing from something inexplicable. Medically, I would say it was a form of delirium, but the reports showed nothing. What we did see was that when she was lying down, one part of her body was longer than the other part, by 6 inches. Sure, there can be forms of muscle ailments, but 6 inches is too much and kind of medically impossible. Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoy the video, please let me know by clicking the like button. Do share, write a comment, and don't forget to subscribe so that you can catch up my next video.